back to the blend. The chill is in the air. Make sure your home is ready for the winter months to keep warm because it's a lot better than being freezing. Here with tips on how to shut out old man winter is Chad Diamond and Josh Anderson, both with Alaskan Heating and Air Conditioning. Gentlemen, how are you?
Good. I'm great.
So how do we get prepared for the winter months? I think we all, we just rest on our laurels when it comes to our heating system. We're like, okay, well, we turn the dial. It gets hot. What else do I have to do? You have to make sure these are maintained.
Absolutely. You know, a lot of people know how to maintain equipment that's important to them, like their car, and this is the same thing. We just want to make sure that people know to get their unit inspected for function, efficiency, and safety.
What is this, first of all?
This is a furnace.
Do we all have one of these?
Most people do, and I'll let Josh over here talk about the equipment itself.
Okay, Josh, where would I find this in my house? Because I've never seen it.
Right, a lot of people have them up in the attic or out in the garage. If you haven't seen it, then
it's in the attic. There you go.
Yep, and that's where majority of them are throughout the valley.
I've peeked in my attic before. It's pretty tight in there. I know I can't make it in. You guys can get access to this stuff.
Yeah, sometimes it's not easy, but we got to do what we got to do.
Yeah, absolutely. So then there are safety concerns with not having this serviced. You want to make sure you have it serviced all the time. What are the safety concerns when it comes to your furnace at your house?
Well, you're dealing with something that has gas and electricity, so I can't think of anything that might go wrong. But one of the things that we look at for is carbon monoxide poisoning. Okay. It's an odorless and colorless gas. Although not many people die from carbon monoxide poisoning, it's definitely something that has flu-like symptoms that are attached. Yeah. And when it's in the winter months, a lot of people might misdiagnose themselves and experience dizziness, weakness, stomach, like where you feel nauseous and things like that. So
you say not a lot of people have it, but if it happens to your family, it doesn't really matter if a lot of people have it or not.
Around 400 people a year die of carbon monoxide, but thousands of people are affected by the symptoms of the gas.
So a furnace inspection can help. Well, how can it help you from not getting carbon monoxide poisoning?
Well, we're going to go through the whole system to make sure that all the safeties within inside of the system are working. Okay. And if you look down inside here, this is what's called the heat exchanger. Mm-hmm. This heat exchanger here is what separates the combustible gases from the breathing air. So we want to make sure that this is not breached. Okay. So that's one thing that we inspect. When we go through the entire system, this whole system here, we're going to do a number of different steps. We're going to do a lot of cleaning inside of this compartment here.
I'm sure it gets dusty.
Yeah, there's a lot of dust built up inside of here, and we want to make sure that it gets the most function out of it. Mm-hmm. And so we want to make sure that every portion of this system is clean, and that's the first step is making sure that it's clean. Because the cleaner it is, the better it can operate.
Absolutely. Same goes with your air conditioning as well. You want to make sure that the coils are clean with this same sort of situation. How long does an inspection take? I'm sure most of it is just trying to get to it in the first place.
No, that's only a couple of seconds. The actual inspection itself is about 45 minutes to an hour. Okay. If it's done properly. I've heard a lot of times that people say, hey, the last company that was here for 10 minutes and they were gone, wrote up an invoice and they were out of here. But a proper inspection, testing all the safeties inside of it should take about 45 minutes to an hour.
Okay. What are some of the most common things you come across in your travels?
Safety's not operating properly. Okay. You never know they're not operating until you need them. Yeah. We test every single safety inside there to make sure we purposely fail them so that the system will shut itself down. Okay. If it doesn't shut itself down, we want to bring that to their attention. And then the other thing is dirt. Dirt and dust are the #1 killers of these equipment, and they get caked. They're up in the attic. It's got a lot of dust up there. It just settles inside of this compartment here and takes out motors.
I noticed both of you gentlemen are skinny. This is probably. I'm just thinking of my attic, how tight it is. I know if I were to try to get to it, I'd fall through the drywall, and nobody wants this. You guys are professionals. You guys are doing this all day long.
Yes, sir.
Do you find a lot of people, they don't get it serviced until it's too late?
Oh, yeah.
And it dies?
Oh, yeah. I mean, a lot of these things, when we do the inspection, we check all the parameters of the motors, the capacitors, all the things that are inside of here. There's telltale signs. We can tell when it's about to fail, when it's operating out of those parameters.
How much does a new furnace go for?
They range anywhere from $2,800 to $3,500, so they're not cheap.
Who wants to pay for that? Okay, so that you have a special offer for people that want to get possibly a service done at their home, right?
Yes, we're doing a free carbon monoxide detector for the first 10 people that call in and order a furnace inspection for the winter.
Excellent. And what does the furnace inspection run?
It's $69 for the furnace inspection.
Okay.
It's normally an $89 inspection.
Excellent.
But, you know, 'tis the season, and, you know, really grateful to be back on the Morning Blend, and, you know, really enjoy working with your viewers.
It's great having you, and it's great actually getting to see inside one of these things instead of trying to look at it in the flashlight. Is now the time to work on your air conditioning as well? I think everyone, like right now, obviously the heaters are actually working at this time of the year. Should we be getting these done before the season hits, or is it better to do it as the season hits?
It doesn't really matter either way. You want to get it done. As much as we worry about functionality for a heater, our biggest concern is safety. I want to make sure that this is operating safely. Like we said, it's up in the attic. And like Chad said, you got natural gas and electricity. Just want to make sure
With
it's
a whole
operating.
bunch of kindling up there as well.
Sure.
Let's call it what it is. And should we be doing this yearly?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right, excellent. If we want more information, how do we get in touch with you? How do we set up an appointment?
You know, you can call the office at 702-500-1182.
Awesome. Gentlemen, it's great having you. Honestly, this is so much stuff going on in here. I didn't even know, like, it has a motherboard inside of that. This is like a computer.
Yep, and that controls the air conditioning too. So
What?
the motherboard here inside the furnace. Oh yeah.
This is a revelation. So the furnace actually helps with your air conditioning as well?
This blower right here is what supplies the air for your air conditioning.
No kidding.
Yeah, so it operates year round.
Oh, so this is very important. See, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking I barely turn on the heat. I might not need it.
Right.
If you use your air conditioning a lot, this sucker's getting a lot of work.
Oh yeah, it's being used.
Oh boy. All right. Yeah, I definitely have to call you guys. It's great having you.
Thank you so much.
Sean.
It's
Appreciate
great
it.
having you. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Don't forget that special offer from Alaskan Heating and Air Conditioning. It's a free carbon monoxide detector for the first 10 callers who call their office and purchase their $69 furnace tune-up and mention the Morning Blend. Best part of all, if it doesn't make any noise, you're alive. That's good. Stay warm this winter. If you want to find out more, just visit their website or call the number on your screen. Very important, and it's working year-round. Just because it's a furnace doesn't mean it's always hot.